All right, what's going on? Mercy Sports Talk in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Rumors going around that the Detroit Pistons and hypotheticals could trade Blake Griffin to Miami Heat. Miami Heat may be interested in Blake Griffin. I say that's a no-brainer. I'll go ahead and make that deal right now. Appreciate all the love and support for the channel. Make sure that subscribe button, bell icon button. And I'll eventually get to the Pistons season wrap-up. I know I've been a little bit off on the streams. I'll try to get back with it when I find the time. But, yeah, I'll do that shit in a minute. The hypothetical was talking about Josh Richardson, Kelly Olynyk, and Derrick Jones Jr. and possibly throwing in Dion Waiters' contract. The bad thing about Dion Waiters' contract being thrown in there is that it has $3 million on the Detroit Pistons salary cap, which I don't know about that. Maybe they could facilitate a three-team trade or something like that. But as long as it ain't Whiteside, I'm cool with it. But if they can facilitate a trade with Andre Drummond for less, for a team that got cap room to take Drummond, then maybe that might be go time. But in my opinion, a lot of people are emotionally attached to Blake Griffin. Most Detroit fans do. I don't look at this from a fan standpoint of view. I look at it from, what is it going to take to win a championship? That's just the ultimate goal, to build towards that championship, not build towards making the playoffs like Detroit. Sports fans and Detroit standards, sports fans think like, low. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be thinking championship, man. And they kind of had that train of thought that the Lions got, where we put banners up for making the playoffs. That shit was mad whack. I think of everything as a championship, building towards that. And the Pistons need to tear it down. I've been saying that all year. They need to tear it down. The team ain't shit. They don't have enough talent. And then they 80% of their salary cap is tied into three people. Now, look at Oklahoma City Thunder before I get back to Blake. At least their money tied up against Paul George and Russell Westbrook. Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond will never beat them. You know what I'm saying? Period. At least they tied up into them. You know what I'm saying? And then Steven Adams, I don't even know why they paying him. They should move him. But at least they got something to work with. You know what I'm saying? 2 top 10, top 15 players, in my opinion. So I ain't mad at that. But as far as Blake, yeah, if I get Josh Richardson back, I'm happy. Dion Waiters, I think he signed a 3 or 4 year extension, so he in year 2 going to year 3 or 4 of that. So maybe you don't have to pay him for that too much longer. He getting the contract year, you can deal him. It should be an off season where they deal all 3. If they don't deal all 3, it's pretty much boiling down. Excuse me, trying to make sure my dog good. It's pretty much boiling down to that Tom Gorse really want to keep going for it. So, if Stefanowski and Malik Rose, who Stefanowski is, he don't really have a job role. He's pretty much like the interim general manager, and Malik Rose is the general manager in training. If they got the green light to blow it up and build it the right way, and they don't, they just stupid. They just stupid because you're not winning shit with Blake Griffin with a half a leg, Asian superstar. Andre Drummond showed y'all in the biggest moments in the playoffs, he ain't gonna show up. He only gonna show up versus inferior competition. And Reggie Jackson, what else do I got to say? About him. So, like I said before, easily trade Blake Griffin to the fucking Miami Heat. That's a no fucking brainer. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm moving Dre and I'm moving Reggie, but Olynyk, that'll be a good look for them. Olynyk can play a little bit with Dre sometimes. He can be on stretch 5, stretch the floor better than Zaza. Derrick Jones Jr., athletic, can play above the rim. Really ain't that big a story, but he plays above the rim. He'll, kind of remind you like maybe, I won't say a junkyard dog, but maybe bringing that type of energy. Josh Richardson, definitely what the Pistons need. A forward that, I think Minnesota messed up not trading for when they could have got Tim Bullard to Miami. A guy that can really play the point forward, really be a playmaker, could score, could shoot it. I think he's going to get better. He got all-star potential. Not sure he'll reach it, but the whole thing about it is somebody willing to take on Blake Griffin, you got to take it, man. At this point, he ain't getting no younger. He ain't getting no more healthier. He is what he is. He injury prone. You know what I'm saying? And, at the end of the day, you want to hold on to him till you get in that $35, almost $40 million contract year. Do it. But you ain't going to win nothing with him because he always going to be hurt in the most important moments. And people say, "Oh, you hating? How am I hating?" Goes back to the Clippers. It goes back to the season before last. It go back to this past season. He's always injured. And if you got the opportunity to add, some of them players, Richardson, Olynyk, and then Rene, you got the chance to build the team back up. Even if you don't want to build or rebuild with, you want to build around Richardson, but if you want to build around with Richardson and Olynyk, or you want to go ahead and move them down the line for more cap space and willing deal for picks, and also the deal will include multiple picks as well too. So then you can build your team up with picks. It's just time to start over. Detroit Pistons been built on the fly for too long. They've been trying to replace Naz Muhammad replace Ben with Naz Muhammad. They try to replace Chauncey with Iverson. They try to give Ben Villanueva, Josh Smith. We still paying Josh Smith this past year. They still just try to build on the fly. Avery Bradley, Tobias Harris, and it's just time to say, you know what, man, let's just nuke this whole man. Let's be bad. Let's try to collect some picks. Let's try to get up high in the lottery, and let's try to do it the right way and put a winner on the floor for Little Caesars. But I understand what's hard for Tom Gores to say that when the Lions not winning, when the Tigers not winning, when the Wings not winning. But at the end of the day, it's okay. You go through depressing times. We went through a Great Depression before in this country. We went through a recession before in this city, in this town. It's still a recession in this town because you go outside of Detroit, you go down south, you go, outside the Midwest. A lot of places is booming. They're making a lot of money easier than here. You can make it in Detroit. You can make it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes don't even live in Detroit. And a lot of these dudes that come on here and talk shit and all this, a lot of these dudes ain't even from Detroit. A lot of these dudes won't even walk through the streets of Detroit. A lot of these dudes don't know the struggle that comes when you live in Detroit. So, it'll be all right. You be bad for a minute, build your talent back up. But definitely, I boo the hell out of Blake Griffin. Andre Drummond be next too. You know what I'm saying? If Charlotte is able to retain Kemba Walker, maybe I send him down there. I just want cap relief if I'm the Detroit Pistons. But people don't understand about basketball is that, come on, man. Right now, if you start rebuilding the Pistons and doing it the right way and building it from the ground up, you make the right decision. And every decision won't be the right decision. Every draft pick won't be LeBron. Every draft pick won't be Wade. Every draft pick won't be Ben Simmons. Every draft pick won't be Joel Embiid. But, you're going to have Markelle Fultz in there. You're going to have some bad picks in there somehow, some way, even if it's second round picks. But what you need to do is blow it up, be bad, and by the time Boston fall down, Milwaukee start falling off its rocker, all these teams start coming back down to earth, you'll be rising and ready to take their place. So that's just my personal opinion on the situation. Maybe you can get Goran Dragic, even though I think they down to one point guard, but Josh Richardson is their point guard, so they don't want to get rid of both of their guards. They got some players. James Johnson can help the Pistons. I'm not sure what his contract look like. I think with more opportunity, he can help the Pistons. The Miami Heat got a lot of talent, just ain't really gelled the way they wanted to gel. But long as Whiteside ain't coming back here, I don't think I got a problem with anybody that's coming back, from here. Waiters, if he ever get in shape and stop partying so much, he definitely got all-star potential, but I wouldn't bank on it no more, man. He had that one good year. He got his money, and then he returned to bum form, in my opinion. But, yeah, if you get picks back, man, come on. I know people saying, yeah, man, we love Blake. Blake a bit, man, he always injured. Man, you're not winning with Blake Griffin being your best player. You're not winning with him and Andre Drummond making almost $70 million together, or $50 million, together. You're not winning like that. Then put Reggie another 20 on that. You're not winning. They -9 in the cap. So people saying we can get Kemba Walker, we can get Corey, the kid from the backup point guard from Canada, from Indiana. We can get him. No, you can't. You don't have no money. You got a mid-level exception, maybe that. So blow it up. Send his ass to Miami if Miami want him. And then we find a place to send Reggie Jackson and send Andre Drummond. Be bad. Get a good pick. Collect picks with those. And just continue to build this team the right way. And by the time Milwaukee, Boston, Indiana, all of them fall off, and they just, wither and, guys want money and they ain't have the money to pay them, then we could rise up and be that next couple teams that could be up there, just like the Chicago Bulls think. I think they'll be that next best team. But, hey, it's my personal opinion. Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate the love and support. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Appreciate it. Share the videos. Best way to donate. And let me know what you guys think. I'll link the article in the description. One time for the one time. We go.